Hey beautiful souls.
Hey beautiful people.
How are you doing?
We hope that you are doing great today.
We've come to you today to talk about a special herb that is very dear to our hearts, and that is the moringa. Moringa oleifera.
Oh yes. Moringa is also known as the miracle tree because of its many good properties.
And it's also known as the drumstick tree.
The bent oil tree,
and the
horseradish tree.
Right?
Yeah. The horseradish tree.
So wherever you go in the world, it may have a different name. But here in the UK, we call it moringa. And it has many benefits and so much nutritional value, such as...
Well, one of the things that actually really amazed me is that it has 7 times more vitamin C than oranges. Oranges are known for its high content of vitamin C. Well, guess what? Moringa has 7 times more.
Yes, it
7 times more.
And it also has 25 times more iron than spinach.
And that's amazing because spinach does have a lot of iron in it. A lot of iron.
And so if your iron levels are low, moringa is a good one to drink, right?
Absolutely.
It's a good one to drink.
And bananas, it has 15 times more potassium than bananas, which again is absolutely amazing. You know, for those who work out or go to the gym, when I used to go to the gym, I used to always make sure I have a banana for after I work out. But now, if you don't like bananas, you can have a cup of moringa tea. And don't worry about not getting enough potassium because it has 15 times more potassium.
That's right.
I'm not sure at which amount of tea you'd have to drink to get that.
Do you know what? I think it's around about 100 grams. That's per 100 grams. So people, like, we learning, right?
Yes.
So do your research, but we just come in to you with what we've learned about this.
Yeah, we want to pass on the good news of some of the benefits that we've actually experienced ourselves from drinking the herb.
Exactly. Yeah. It's also packed with vitamin A. It has 10 times more vitamin A than carrots, 17 times more calcium than milk.
Now let's pull up on that, on milk. Which milk are you referring to? Are you referring to the milk that they get from the cows' udders?
Those cows.
Are you referring to like non-dairy milk?
No, I'm talking about dairy milk. That's dairy milk.
And dairy milk, one of the government recommendations is that we drink so much milk to make sure we're getting the right amount of calcium. But little do you know that cow's milk is, as well as the calcium that is giving your body, it's actually doing an adverse effect on something else.
Because it's basically pus.
Touchy subject because a lot of people out there love their cow's milk. A lot of people refusing to give up their cow's milk.
And maybe that's something that we can talk about because there are so many different varieties of milk, plant-based milk that you can absolutely just indulge
coconut
in,
milk's one of my faves actually. Coconut milk, cashew milk actually.
But we're gonna stick to the subject. We're gonna stick to the moringa now.
Procrastinate, you know.
So we're gonna stick with moringa, right? Yeah, just sip the tea, girl. Just sip the tea.
Oh, birthday.
It's full of antioxidants, moringa, and it generally has an overall effect on your nutrition.
Yes.
It helps with malnutrition.
Yeah.
And it has so many benefits, and it can help with so many different conditions and diseases. So many. Just to name a few of those, it helps your respiratory system. So if you suffer with asthma at this time in this pandemic, flu, get your moringa on, right?
Absolutely. And I like to interject here because my daughter, my eldest daughter, Amaya, she's not been diagnosed with asthma, but since she's been born, from the age of 4 weeks, she's had respiratory issues. She had bronchiolitis from the age of 4 weeks. And since then, every year, she's had some sort of respiratory issue, which has caused us to have to take her to hospital for a period of time. However, since last year, I think it was September time was her last stay in hospital. It might have been before then actually. I said this has to be the last time that this happens. I switched up her diet and incorporated not only moringa tea but Malayan, if I'm pronouncing it the right way, which is another herbal drink, herbal tea that is great for respiratory issues and inflammation. So yeah, since taking that, we've had very, very few, if at all, any at all.
I don't think
since then. No, since then. I mean, she's reduced the amount of inhaler that she takes, and yeah, just we've definitely noticed improvements in her respiratory health, and I'm very, very happy. And all credit goes to
Moringa
and Malayan. Yeah.
Malayan. Yes. It also helps with heartburn, headaches, skin conditions and diseases, and obviously makes you kind of glow.
It does give a natural glow, I must say, y'all. No makeup, no contouring going on here.
Hey. It helps with eye and ear infections. It helps with your hair. It has anti-cancer and anti-tumor properties.
That's a big one, because there's a lot of people getting cancer.
Absolutely.
A lot of people, and needlessly, because these herbs that we're discovering now, that are just naturally and free placed in the earth, actually have compounds and properties in them that fight against and prevent these illnesses that are rampant throughout the world today, especially in the Western society.
Absolutely. A few more. It helps to reduce blood pressure and cholesterol. Hello. Come on, how many people in your family or even yourself have high blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes? It helps with all of
these things.
Your thyroid, inflammation, arthritis, anemia, as we said, is packed with iron. And heart disease as well. Those are just a few. Remember, there's 300 plus conditions.
And the scientific community are actually doing studies to either prove or disclaim some of the things that people are claiming that moringa is able to do, and they're finding that a lot of the claims are actually true. Yes, the scientific community.
Absolutely.
So we are actually heading towards a place where there is actually backed up research and evidence to show that herbal drinks, herbal teas, are actually like medicine. They actually are.
They are medicine.
The first medicine, right?
Absolutely.
The natural medicine.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're drinking the tea, which comes in the forms of dried leaves. There you go. It's like that. Okay, so you can make a tea out of that. You can sprinkle it in your food when you're cooking, and it also comes.
This is the powder. And this you can add to your smoothies, again to your cooking, your soup, salads, sprinkle it over. And yeah, it's just a great way for, you know, if you've got children that don't drink tea, they don't like to drink tea, then you can just
sneak it in the food, right?
Yeah, they're getting all the vitamins and minerals that it offers.
Absolutely. Also, as we said, it's a moringa tree, right? So it's a tree, and all parts of the tree, the leaves, the root, the pods, they can all be consumed, and they all have use. But if you are pregnant, well, anybody, not if just you're
that's it, girl.
Not just if you are pregnant, but in general, do your research. You know, we're just coming with the information that we've learned. Do your research. There are some what would you call it? Warnings?
Yeah, precautions.
Precautions.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm looking for. Yes.
Yeah.
There are some precautions, you know, if you are pregnant, but as we said, do your research.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. And if you're on medication, that can thin the blood as well, because moringa is known for thinning blood. So if you're on medication that thins blood, you might want to stay away from it, because you don't want your blood to get too thin, just in case you get a cut or wound and your blood pours all out. Not to get too graphic.
I know, right? We don't want that. But yeah, so moringa for me personally, ever since I was a youngster, like in my early teens, probably even before that, a preteen, probably from the age by 11, I've had issues with my left knee and my ankle, mainly my knee. And since that's continued throughout my adult life, but since I've been drinking moringa, obviously it helps with arthritis and joint problems as well. I've just noticed that I'm not complaining as much about my knee, so I'm definitely feeling the benefits of moringa. And yeah, it's just good for your overall well-being.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, you know, if you suffer from anxiety, I don't know if I touched on this before, but if you suffer from anxiety or depression, I used to suffer from these things, and I'm not even just giving all credit to Moringa. Moringa, since I've been taking it, has definitely impacted my mood levels, because sometimes I have little dips around certain times of the month, and I find that with Moringa, the dips aren't as low, and it's definitely just an overall feeling of wowness is what I'm feeling the more I'm drinking this tea. So get your Moringa on, people.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for your time.
We will be coming with more videos about different herbs, so stay tuned. And get your Moringa on.
Absolutely.
In the meantime,
absolutely.
We send you much love, peace, and health, and wealth, and abundance, and everything.
All that good stuff. All that good stuff.